And hello, welcome to the Association of PEMF Professionals. I'm Jerry Dreesen, the AOPP Executive Director, and today we are going to be talking about some of the recent literature that's out there that we also put on our website. And if you are watching this live, feel free to jump into our comment section and ask your question. I'll be more than happy to answer that. But with that, let's jump right into our presentation here. And what I want to talk about today is the PEMF and vascular complications in diabetes. And again, if you go to our website, you'll see up in the education part, you can click on it and then you see our blog. Right there. There we go. There's our blog. And then that'll take you to all of our different articles that we have. And we're doing this one right here, which is the magnetic fields in vascular complications and disease. And then I basically went to that article. And then from that down on the bottom, you can barely see it down here on the bottom to the link. And then that's what I read. And what I wanted to do is go over kind of the basics of what that information is. So let's just jump right on in here. What they did is they, as far as the presentation of the results, is the effects of electromagnetic field therapy, either SMF, which is static magnetic field, or PEMF, which is the pulsed electromagnetic field therapy, are presented for each each of the following 5 major impact categories. So they looked at wound healing and diabetic neuropathy and blood glucose levels and blood flow and inflammation and oxidative stress. So those are the big things that they did. They went through it all. And the major question was, why is PEMF beneficial? That was kind of the big ask. Without going too far into it, which is probably about maybe an hour and a half discussion, I'm condensing it for you here, and you are encouraged to go read the article yourself so you can see what's being done. And this was actually released a week ago, so May 10th of 2022 is when they released the results of their study. Which is why I thought I'd put it out here. But the non-invasive modalities, basically they're showing promise with no known reports of untoward effects, which I would say would be side effects. So they had good results here. And it would appear prudent that utilization of EMFT, both in static and in dynamic, for diabetic-related complications should be used in conjunction with the standard of care. So they were seeing good results. And the mechanism behind the use of EMFT to treat diabetic and potentially other conditions appear to be a worthwhile goal to help mitigate the worsening of diabetic complications seen as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. So they were, seeing more and more people having issues, of course, getting, medical attention, I guess would be another way of putting it. But just the care that they needed. And so they saw a reduction in these things that they were looking at. And the other interesting thing about it was they said, yeah, we see that it works. We really don't know the mechanism behind it. But it's worthwhile to do. So again, just a short hop on here for everybody with what's going on, and take a look, see what is going on in your neck of the woods. But again, great article. This is something that you can have with you as far as, well, how does it work? Well, here's a study that was done that shows that they are getting good results with it. using the different types of PEMF and SMF. So some things that you can do. There is a huge expansion on PEMF devices that are out there. Those of you that started 10, 15 years ago know that there are more and more companies coming out with all kinds of devices. There are mats and, combinations of PEMF and infrared. But there's more and more people that want to learn about PEMF. And that's what our association is all about, is education, uniting. So if you get a chance to see this video, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, if you could share it in your groups, especially if you're in a PEMF group, drop us in there. And the more people, the more that people learn about us and get that blanketed, viewpoint of how PEMF is helping change lives, literally, with all the different things that it can do. And then also in the coming weeks, we're going to be tackling the issue of the verbiage that's used, whether it's a treatment or a session, or, can doctors say treatment? Can practitioners, call it therapy? Or, those are some of the things that we're seeing come down the pipeline. And as long as we have articles like the one I just talked about, it's being used to help reduce inflammation and help with well-being. So how can you say that without saying treating or treatment or, therapy? It's kind of weird, as far as how regulators see these words in what we do and what they really are. So we're in the same boat you are. It's like, what's the blanket statement that we can all use so that we're not offending regulators, even though the regulators themselves are having a hard time trying to, tackle the issue too. So as you can see, we're working on that. That's part of our, the legal side of things. And so that way we can work with you and come out as a voice and, an international voice on what we can do to help you out. So yes, what can you do is to, we're on LinkedIn. So we have a AOPP LinkedIn group. There's Facebook group, there's Instagram. Hop on our blog, check it out. That's what I just went through and reviewed, and you can leave a comment there. But all of those things are out there for you. Our resources are there. If you are not a member, I would encourage you to check out our membership side. You can also email us, info@pemfprofessionals.com. You can talk with Lauren or myself. You can do that here in the Facebook chat. Leave a chat. We get tagged that somebody's dropping in a comment there. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions there. And I want to welcome those of you that are seeing this for the first time. If you are a repeat viewer, thanks for hopping on. And with that, I want to say, have a great week and take care. We'll see you soon.